And Brian and Ashley have been monitoring these results all evening long and breaking them down by what we're seeing county by county. All right, y'all, what's the latest?
All right, well, obviously you just heard the big numbers coming from Governor Greg Abbott winning his third term in office. And look at the numbers right now. Again, this is not the total numbers, but Brian, with his circles, you can tell that race has been called. We anticipate this will change by the end of the night, Brian, in terms of when the final totals are in. But obviously, we don't anticipate that there will be enough of a change to change the fact that Governor Greg Abbott is the winner.
A significant win for the governor 4 years ago. Very similar numbers, 56%. He's at 55% now. So kind of what we saw 4 years ago with Governor Abbott getting the support to maintain the office.
Yeah, when you look at though how those votes went in our particular area, this is pretty interesting. Williamson County actually went, as of right now, we have 74% of the precincts reporting to Beto O'Rourke. In 2018, that was not the case. In 2018, Governor Greg Abbott, overwhelmingly secured 11-point lead. That's a significant lead, Williamson County. So that's pretty interesting. Travis County, not much of a surprise there in terms of seeing Beto O'Rourke win. Obviously, this is a blue county. Hayes County, again, not really surprised by those numbers. We still don't have numbers from Caldwell County yet, so that'll be interesting, but we anticipate that will go to Governor Greg Abbott. Let's zoom out and take you to the statewide totals for Lieutenant Governor. This race, that rematch from 2018, we thought, that things at least would be a little bit closer. As of right now, we do not have as many precincts reported, and we want to talk about this, particularly when we look at the number of totals. The AP putting our data in, and they're putting in those gubernatorial race numbers as well as Senate race numbers first, and then going back and filling in some of those other races. So that's why we're seeing bigger numbers there in terms of if you're looking at the total number of votes cast. But run us through those numbers, Brian.
Well, as we looked at about an hour ago, we were at a dead heat. We were at 49%, 49%. But as you can see, the lieutenant governor has extended that lead significantly, nearly 1 million votes now. He won by 402,000 4 years ago. So as we stand now with about 38% of the vote in statewide, the lieutenant governor with just over 700,000 more votes. So a significant lead right now with, again, about 38% of this precinct's report.
Yeah, this really significant. When we look at the Attorney General's race, those numbers are virtually the same in terms of Ken Paxton versus Rochelle Garza.
And we watched that number too. Here's the number right there, about 700,000 votes, about the same as the Lieutenant Governor's race. So a significant lead for Attorney General Ken Paxton tonight as well.
Yeah, I think Democrats did have some hope because earlier in the night, Abbott remained in the lead, right? Once those numbers, obviously the first drop of numbers, those early voting totals, as we've been telling you guys all night, we know that Democrats tend to historically vote early, and so that's why you saw a big lead with Beto O'Rourke. However, as soon as we started getting more numbers in, you saw those numbers start to shift, except for these races, except for Lieutenant Governor, except for Attorney General. These were tight races where the Democrats were holding leads early in the night, even up until an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, sizable leads, but now there's a change.
We should say, though, nothing's been called there yet, so we're going to still watch those votes. I had to do it one more time.
I know you needed to circle one more time
before the night's over. Ken Paxton with a significant lead, not called yet. Of course, Dan Patrick with a significant lead, not called yet either. So we're going to keep an eye on those numbers as the night goes on.